And Noah and I wrote this book together, and he's about 5 years old. The first thing I want to do is tell you that they're in the military, and they are in the Army. And today is Veterans Day. And Veterans Day is when we honor all our military people who have gone and fought the wars, and all the military people that are part of the Army, the Air Force, the Marines, the Navy, the Coast Guard, and all the people that have been soldiers in the past and who are also part of the military. Now we honor them, especially on Veterans Day, and that's what Veterans is all about. I am portraying a lady from long ago. Her name was Betsy Ross, and she was good friends with George Washington. Now, does anybody know George Washington? Yes. That's correct. So George Washington was the first president of the United States, and he and Betsy Ross were good friends. And he and his wife, Martha, actually went to church together. And one day, way back in 1776, he came up to Betsy Ross and he said, I know you're a seamstress, which means she sews really well. He said, I know you're a seamstress, and I wondered if you would create and sew the very first American flag. And it looked different from this, and I think in times coming, I'll get a real first colonial American flag. It looked a little different from this, but in the long run, this is our American flag, and when we see it, we want to give it reverence, or we want to respect it, because it's special to our country. And does anybody know what patriotic means? Yes, a little girl in red. I didn't hear, but we're going to do the class coming. Come on in. Patriotic is a love of country. I love to be an American. I love to be proud of the country that I'm in. So when we see the flag, and we have a beautiful flag here in this room, and we say the Pledge of Allegiance, that's why when we stand and we say the pledge, we put our hands on our heart. And I was going to ask you if we could all stand, and we'll face the flag, and let's put our hand to our heart, and let's say the Pledge of Allegiance together. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. So with that, I'm going to get right to telling you my story about my daughter. This is my daughter, Melissa, and she's a first lieutenant in the United States Army. And this is the book that I wrote with her young son. And when she first entered the military, he was only 8 months old. And you see how little he was? Someone can't see. He was 8 months old. So while she was gone to boot camp, they had a lot of separation because he stayed with me. He had his first birthday, and he learned how to walk while she was gone. And as time went on, she went to individual training, she was gone for 27 weeks, which is a long time to be gone from a child. And then she was gone for 4 months for quartermaster training, so that was a very long time. But she'd come back in between, and Noah grew up, became 5 years old, and so that's when this book was written. It was to help him with all those separation issues. And now he knows to be a proud child of an American soldier. And this is how the book sounds. It's almost like Noah has written it. It says, if it's just Mommy and me, she said, we'll have fun. So she joined the Army when I was just 1. You'll find that this is a very easy reading book, and it rhymes. She went to boot camp, and I learned how to talk. She ran drills, and I learned how to walk. Defending our country, may wisdom guide her. That's my mom, an American soldier. This is his mommy's the one down at the bottom here. But all these soldiers are women, and they're all mommies. From leadership skills to driving really big trucks, ROTC inspired her to never give up. Now, ROTC is when she went to college. College is like going to school, but it's when you're older. And while she was there, she was also learning how to be an officer in the Army. She went to college and I went to daycare. She was working real hard year after year. Do you know when you're in school, you don't realize that every single day you're learning something? And you don't even realize that every day you come and you listen to your teachers and you start learning things and you learn more and more. And by the end of the year, you have learned so much. So you all just keep coming to school and don't ever go, oh, I'm bored at school, I don't want to go to school, because school is teaching you wonderful things. And you listen to your teachers and respect them, and you will be surprised how smart you get. You don't even notice it's happening, but it's happening. Some of the best times for Mommy and me were at Christmas time with all the family. I love playing with grandmas. That would be me, I'm glad to report. When Mom did her training at the Virginia Fort. So she goes to training all over the country, and Virginia Fort is on the East Coast. Then she went to California, and California is on the West Coast. In California, she went for more leadership skills. From coast to coast, she learned even more drills. The girls in the Army, they know how to play. But when they're at work, get out of their way. Look here, Noah's got a little tear in his eye. He said, I loved when she'd call me and sing me a song. I would just keep singing long after she'd gone. I'd hold her picture till we were together, praying, dear Lord, please don't forget her. Graduation came with lots of good cheers. Can you say, hurrah? Hurrah! One more time, hurrah! Good job. This is the start of many good years. So when you graduate from this school, well, the day that you graduate, you're going to say, hurrah! And you should be very proud when you graduate. The friends we have met and the ones yet to know, we're keeping them all wherever we go. And you know that's true, the friends that you make here at school, because of internet and writing letters and learning how to write letters, you can always keep the friends wherever you go. The military people, they actually move around a whole lot more than the regular folks. And every 3 years, Noah will be going to a different school. But he can keep his friends, because that's how military people are. They become a family. Now, Noah used to live here in Arkansas. When he was 5, this is what happened. Then we moved far away in the month of September. I was just 5, but I'll always remember. Now, I want you to take note of this picture. This picture is where they moved to. They moved to a place called Hawaii. It's in the Hawaiian Islands. It's in the Pacific Ocean. And it's a part of the United States. It's the last state admitted to America. And this mountain here is a very famous mountain called Diamond Head. Diamond Head is an inactive volcano. Does anybody know what inactive means? In the blue?
It doesn't work.
That's right. You know what? A lot of people get that kind of mixed up. They think it's the one that does work. But you are absolutely right. An inactive volcano is a volcano that's asleep. Can I see what everybody looks like asleep? Good job. Now, this is the island that she's on, is Oahu. It's the main island. And their volcano is called Diamond Head, and it's asleep. But an island farther south, where she was born, is called Kilauea Volcano. And it's an active volcano, isn't it? It's shooting up that hot red lava, and that's pretty awesome. All right, now I want to tell you some other things about Hawaii. It's surrounded by water, it has volcanoes, and it has tropical weather, which means it's very warm, and it also has coconut trees and palm trees. Now we live at Schofield Barracks. It's an Army base in Oahu. The Army's our home. There's lots of families, so we're never alone. Now Noah's growing up, and this is what he looks like now. He said, our first day at Schofield, I found a playground. I had lots of fun with the friends that I found. And when you go somewhere, do you look for a playground? How many of you look for a playground? Yes, sir, he did too. Now this particular tree that he's on is a plumerium tree. And you know those plumerium trees? They're so pretty. They don't look very pretty from where he's at. They're kind of messed up looking. I wonder if I got something in here that was... Anyway, at the top of these trees, I'll have to find that for the next group. Oh, here we go. The top of these trees is a very pretty little flower. And if you pick one by one, you can stick them in your hair. And the girls in Hawaii, they'll stick the plumerium hair in their hair. If you put them on the left side, that means you're married. You put them on the right side, that means you're available. And if you put them on the top of your head, I guess that would mean you're kind of confused. But anyway, if you take all these little flowers and you collect them off the ground or off the tree, and you string them together, you get a Hawaiian leg. And it looks about like this. And also, if you were to land in Hawaii, you would smell these flowers, and they would smell so wonderful. You can smell them as you get off the plane. Now, also in Hawaii, they have a Hawaiian instrument, and everyone in 4th grade learns to play the ukulele. And I brought a Hawaiian ukulele with me. And this is what an ukulele looks like. Would you like to hear me play a song that we sing in Hawaii? Gee, that was the right answer. All right. This is called hukilau. Hukilau is like a big party. And we say, oh, we're going to a hukilau, to a hukilau. Everybody loves a hukilau, or the laulau and the cow-cow. Now, laulau is a food at the hukilau. And we throw our nets. You know how the fishermen throw great big nets into the ocean. We throw our nets out into the sea where all the little fishes come swimming to me. And that's about how, it's a short little song and it's fun. I'll sing it for you now. Oh, and you're supposed to say, uh-huh. Oh, you gotta have a little more spunk than that. Let's try it again. Wait a minute. Uh-huh. Good job. Oh, we're going to the hukilau, to the hukilau. Everybody loves hukilau, where the laulau and the cow-cow hukilau. We throw our nets out into the sea, and all the little fishes come swimming to me. Oh, we're going to the hukilau, to the hukilau. Thank you, say mahalo. Can you say mahalo? Good. Thank you very much, mahalo. Let us have it. Aloha. That's right. In fact, they say it really good like this. Aloha. And then you say back to me. Now I went with Noah and we're living on the Army base, okay? He says, my favorite's the pool and the big library, but not the long lines at the commissary. Now what is a commissary? Can you tell by this picture what might a commissary be? Yes, in the way? I'm looking at the picture. Well, okay, that's pretty good. A cafeteria, he says, because they're getting food, huh? It's a grocery store. And he's at the counter where you pay for food, and he's grabbing the candy saying, can I have this candy, Mom? Can I have this candy? And she's saying, no. Sometimes she says yes, right? All right, that first night, while we were at the Army base, we go to sleep. But guess what? Soldiers wake up really early on an Army base. Soldiers get up really early to run. Mom says they get up to wake up the sun. They run in large groups. They all seem so proud. They run in their troops, shouting quite loud. Now, if you were to kind of stomp your feet just a little like this, don't get up, just stomp your feet. Yeah, if you were to do that and say, hop, 2, 3, 4. Hop, 2, 3, 4. You'd make pretty good soldiers, wouldn't you? So they kept running and they were sounding so loud. But guess what? After a while, it was very quiet. And see how quiet you can be. And Noah thought, I just want to sleep a little longer in my little bed. So I pulled the covers up over my head. And you notice he has a little plumerium lay on there, jello. But just when it was quiet and he drifted back to sleep, you know, those soldiers came running back down our street. Hop, 2, 3, 4. And then they were gone, and it got real quiet again. In the Army, we have picture IDs. When we come through the gates, we have to have these. This is Noah's mom coming to pick him up at school. She wears her Army uniform every day. Now, this is the school he goes to. It's called Hale Kula. Can you say the word Hale? Okay, Hale means house, and Kula means learning. So he goes to the school that means the house of learning. My mom works as an Army officer. I'm so proud when others salute her. Now, if we were to salute, we'd take your hand and put all your fingers real tight together. Okay? And then you want to put it right at the tip of your eyebrow. You don't want it way over here. You want it at the very tip of your eyebrow. And you would say, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Or, because she's a woman, you would say, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Good job. I think we could all be good soldiers, don't you? My mom works as a quartermaster. She handles supplies. When she goes to PT, she looks like one of the guys. Now, this is his mommy in her everyday uniform. She carries an M16 rifle, and she goes to work. Sometimes she doesn't carry the rifle, but she looks like this about every day. She looks like a guy, doesn't she? And guess what? Noah sees her when she's at home, and he says, I think she's the prettiest lieutenant here. When she puts a plumerium flower in her long, flowing hair. So that's what she looks like with those pretty plumerium flowers in her hair. We really lucked out at our first duty station, the most beautiful one in the entire nation. So on her days off, we swim under the sun. It turns out she was right, because we are having fun. And that's my story. I do have a veteran song. I'll let you clap. Go ahead. Would you like to hear the maybe one more time? All right. Now I'm going to sing for you a song that I wrote for veterans, specifically for men and women who have fought in all the past wars. And I really wrote it in dedication to my own father. This is my father. He was in the Navy. And I wrote the song for him. And it says, imagine that America had never been. Imagine that we lost what we set out to win. Then it says, well, let me just sing it for you. Imagine that America had never been. Imagine that we lost what we set out to win. Imagine living far away, no shoes for your feet. switch to God Bless America. You know that song? That's wonderful. So, if we're going to sign it, we're going to take our hand, go way up in the sky, and bring it right down in the center of your face. And I remember the sign for God because I think that's where I want God to be, right in the center of my life. God. Now, bless, you put your thumbs together, and then you put it up to your mouth. Because how you bless people, by saying good things out of your mouth, right? So it's God bless. Now, America's my favorite sign. I'm going to take all my fingers, and you might want to take your fingers and kind of wiggle them around. Now I want you to look around the room for just a minute, and you notice we all look a little different. In fact, we are all a little different. And long, long time ago, people came from all over the world to become Americans. So we put all of us, and even though we're different, we weave ourselves together, and that's America. And kind of stir it up a little bit, like a big pot. We're all stirred up. We're all mixed together now, aren't we? I love that. So, God bless America, land that I love. And squeeze a little bit. First you will love yourself, then you love others. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. Now you can think of that sign as if you're exploding on the 4th of July. Light from above. One more time. Light from above. Good. From the mountains. Now this is rock. But we want a bigger rock, so we're going to make a mountain. The prairies and ocean. White with foam. You can think of that foam splashing back up on the sand. All right, so we ready to sing this? I think so too. We're going to sound good. We're going to look good.
God
I'll be at Barnes & Noble's tomorrow at 1 o'clock. If you want to bring your families, I'll be happy to see you again. Thank you so much.